lose. Oh, there it is. It is the Honda 6 with Stuart Graham and George Beales to the right there. Neil Tuxworth to the left. Neil Tuxworth, an ardent Honda man, as you all know, the HM Plant Honda team manager. That is a work of art. 6 cylinders, 250 cc's, and you have never heard a noise like this thing when it cranks up. The whole world takes notice. I mean, that was built from absolute scratch. George Beale, the proud owner of something like, they reckon,
just short of
worth of £200,000
and a bit more. George Beale built 6 of them under license from Honda. Honda have had one, and George still owns one, and the others of 4 have gone to collectors. One gone to a friend of mine, Bob McLean, in the States, but it's an incredible motorcycle. I was actually down to ride one of these at Goodwood at one point, but it's not going to happen now. But unbelievable. Just
when
listen
this
to
kicks off, you've really got to listen to this. When they put that motor under it at the back,
listen to this. Has it got a flywheel?
I've never heard anything quite like it. I mean, the hairs on my arms are standing on end already. Stuart Graham's going to do a lap then, ladies and gentlemen, and this is cracking.
It is got to be heard to be believed.
Yeah, I think that this will be about the only time you'll hear me shut up. Neil might have more airtime this time. Listen to when he gets on the straight. As he goes through Charlie's, of course. Now, this is it, when he pins it along this front back straight.
So up to 18,000, 19,000 RPM here.
Oh.
Something else.
I'll tell you what, if Julian Ryder could be with us here at the moment, he'd be out there with his recorder. Old anorak.
That must be a hell of a pressure riding something like that and knowing what it's worth.
Well, £200,000, that's worth as much as you know, an HM Plant full factory
cool,
up-to-date superbike.
Cool skinny tyres out there.
I thought you were talking about Stuart Graham. I'll tell you what, he fits well in his leather still.
I just said that to him. I said, you put a bit of weight on, he looks like he weighs about 6 stone. Oh my goodness me.
Over the gooseneck. Good boy, he held it.
Whoa.
Well, he might be, how shall we say, a veteran, but that goes to show you, when you've got no flywheels to slow you down, cold tyres, cold brakes, and that's going to be a bit of a...
don't let the clutch out in the corner.
Well, I don't think he'll do that.
That's the way to go. Well...
I'll tell you what, that will have given George Beale an extra grey hair. So, into the...
Well, that's not entertainment.
That could have been the most expensive crash of the day. And don't forget, you can buy the parts for all the factory bikes. You can't buy these parts.
It stopped again.
This bike has had to be built from scratch. You can't keep it running. You've got to keep the throttle open on the thing, apparently. The second you shut the throttle, it stops stone dead. Wheelie over the top. Great.
Yeah. Wow.
Apparently it revs much more than the 16 or 18,000 revs that they actually are revving it to today.
Yeah.
It'll go to 22,000 RPM.
Oh, that would be something to hear.
But George has limited Stuart from actually revving the thing right out. Tell you what, his old leathers, I bet he's got a sweat on in those black leathers.
I hope he's coming in the pit lane now. I can't bear to watch another lap. We'll know what he's doing.
I think he's going to do a full lap by the look of this. Oh, till he blew our commentary position away. Well, I'll tell you what, there may be some of you at home that are thinking, what the hell are we watching this whole thing for? But this is absolutely... It's been a great weekend from a classic point of view. Not quite as classic as this, I must say, but the historic Grand Prix guys have been out today. I was saying earlier on, my original sponsor, Arnie Fletcher for Manchester Motorcycles, was racing in it. Phil Reed was out in it. Lee Gawley, who's riding pretty well, he's a younger member of the team. Of course, Charlie Williams had a ride out on a TZ350. I'm only sorry I couldn't be here yesterday to actually be a part of it all.
Brilliant racing, watching TZ250s, TZ350s, some 250 Rotaxes out there. It was good. The smell and the sound as well was great, and one of the best support races I've ever witnessed at British Superbike.
Well, I think TZ 250s and 350s were made for Cadwell Park, a narrow little track, bikes with 55 horsepower, about right for this kind of track to not get into too much trouble with. But I must say, it's been a great weekend of entertainment here. Cadwell Park have done us proud. I mean, these kind of shows, really, you have to say, it's the business, isn't it?
And I got to say hats off to Stuart Higgs, who agreed to let him come here. They had to do a bit of persuasion there, but it was the right decision to make, and I'm glad that he did make the decision.
Actually, this is a lot smoother demo than the one we had last year. We had this bike on last year as well, and it just didn't quite run quite as smoothly. They've obviously just pedalled it a bit more, or the weather today is more in keeping with the way that bike likes to run. Of course, it makes a big difference.
Yeah, I know George Beales spent a lot of time, almost a year, sorting out ignition and carburation problems, but it really does seem to be running quite sweetly now. As long as you keep that throttle up, as you say, if you pull the clutch and close the throttle, it stops dead.
Just getting a bit of smoke on now, though, on the overrun. Just a few things flexing within the motor. Good smooth ride from Stuart Graham. Not an easy motorcycle to ride, that is for sure.
He did well through the gooseneck. I was impressed with his grass tracking.
Yeah, and he didn't get out of line with the bike, did he? He didn't put a foot down or anything. He looked like he meant to do it.
I know, fair play. He didn't panic. He just rode across there, pulled the clutch in, and away he went. Well done.
Great to see. Take another look at this gooseneck incident then. Went in there, let's have a look.
No engine braking, a little bit wide at the first part and a big bit wide, but straight across. I've never seen a rider going across there, certainly not this weekend. And then turned it off across the other side, just onto the grass. Lucky it was dry.
Yeah, very lucky.
Some nice new turf laid there by Jonathan Palmer. I think that might have saved him.
So Stuart Graham explains to Neil Tuxworth, team manager of the HM plant Honda boys,